happy 4th of July, everyone. I'm going to still celebrate through at least till Memorial Day, right?
Well, there's a big party this coming weekend, isn't there?
Yeah, at my house.
Yeah, there we go. It's like 4th of July
Well, that's my
times 2.
family party, though. It's not like, 4th of July, but we'll probably have some fireworks. The kids love doing it. So I'm here today with Luke, Kaylee, Heidi, and Jess. And we had some fun today. Kaylee and I had a photo shoot this morning, which was super fun. So I'm going to have a lot more photos out there in the world. And so let's get on with the show today. All right. So right now we have a Christmas in July going on here at Primitive Gathering. So now through the 31st, you're going to get, you want to hold up my tea towels for me?
Ah, yes.
One Christmas tea
Can I
towel.
show them off or what?
Spend $40 and you get one towel. Spend $100 and you get all 3 towels.
There's a couple different ones?
Yeah. So that's fun because I think these towels, what do they sell for, Jess? You remember?
I believe all 3 of them is $24.
They feel nice.
Yeah.
They feel high quality.
They're very nice. From a dude. He says they feel nice. So.
Listen, I know fabric.
You know fabric. You
Okay.
do. Yep. So that's our special for July. If you didn't take advantage of that, please do because that's super fun. And then we have some other things here that I'll talk about. But then I want to give a shout out to our wholesale customer of the week, and that is Bittersweet Quilt Shop. And her name is Tina Bauer, and I am very good friends with Tina. The address for Bittersweet Quilt Shop is 624 West 5th Street in Pinconning, Michigan. Her zip is 48650. Her website is bittersweetquiltshop.com, and she is in Eastern Michigan, 30 minutes north of Saginaw. And I will be teaching there for one of her events. I think it's the 12th and 13th. So she has a really big thing going on, and I donated a quilt that we are going to raffle off there as well. So that is, it's a super great shop. I've taught there already, and her and I love to chit chat about the business and stuff like that. So she's a very good friend of mine, and if you're in Michigan, please go visit her shop and say hi to Tina for me. All right, so I got that done.
I'm going to just switch this over.
All right, we got it. Not echoey. Okay, we'll try a different one here.
It's not me this time.
Yeah, here, I'll put on my necklace one. Maybe that'll be easier. All right, and always just remember too that there's always something going on here at Primitive Gatherings, and I'll go through the list of what we got going on. All right, so we're going to start with our clubs, and our clubs are from 9 to 4. The day that I tell you that they're on, they include lunch, and they are all $25. I believe you can sign up online or give the girls at the gathering a phone call to sign up. So we have August 18th is our next sit and stitch session. And then we also have a PM session on the 18th as well for August. Then Rug Hooking Club is August 9th. All right, and then we have August 10th is Bernina Social. We have Featherweight Club that same day, August 10th. We have Fabric Collage Club, August 11th. Cross Stitch Club, August 12th. Stitchers Gathering, August 17th. And then Wool Club, August 19th. And then I got a new thing on here. Call the gathering for details. Very limited number of spots left for Naughty or Nice in July. This is coming up. It's starting, one of them is starting on Sunday, and it'll run the whole week, the 12th through the 18th. And then we have July 19th through the 25th. And we have a fun quilt and a wool project that we're going to make and some ornaments for this session. So even if you want to be a day student, there is some room in there. So call the gathering and find out if you want to come and have some Christmas in July fun with us. And then August 3rd through the 9th, we have a Works in Progress retreat, as well as August 4th through the 10th. And this is a retreat where you don't make anything new. You bring what you already have going on at home. and maybe you need some help with some things. Maybe you're stuck and need a little bit of help get going back on them. And then we have All Things Pumpkin. Tuesday the 25th is a cotton session. So that is a quilt that you can make in a day. And then we also have Thursday, August 27th, a wool session. And it's going to be a super fun pre-cut mat for you. And then a couple other things too. Jess is checking on how much money I have to spend yet on that retreat. Okay, so that retreat, and then those are day classes. And then we have a retreat with those projects plus a couple other things going on. And that is called All Things Fall, September 21st through the 27th, if you want to hang out in the fall with me. Then we have a punch needle workshop on September 30th from 9 to noon. Then we will be serving lunch for $15. And then we also have a rug punching class from 1 to 4 that same day. And yes, you can sign up for both of them. They are kind of the same, but kind of different. We're working with 1/4-inch wool strips or with floss. So that's the difference between those two. And then we are looking for vendors for our Purge and Splurge sale. We have a couple spots left for October 16th for you to come and set up for our sale on October 17th from 9 to 2 p.m. Where who knows what you're going to get for that, because there's always some fun stuff there to snatch up that somebody no longer wants. All right, and then we have Janet Nesbitt coming for her crazy quilt class. We'll talk more about that in the next upcoming weeks. We have Winter Wonderland retreat, November 30th through December 6th, and then December 6th through the 12th. And that, again, is a week-long retreat with us. And then through the, is this through that?
Yep.
You want to talk about that one?
Yeah. So the Longarm Summer Special, which many of you have participated in, actually.
We'll show them right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can show them. So the first ones are already coming off the machines as we speak. So this summer we're doing a 2-cent 15-inch modern meander. So this is a great deal. It's a really, really nice design, and you're going to see here shortly when we show them that the scale is very nice. So even though it's a bigger row, we designed it at 15 inches, there's a really great natural density to the design, and a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yep,
so let's just show it off here. So the first one here, we got to show off. There, let's go. There we go. And you're going to see what I mean here when we hold this up. So
we'll show them the front first and then show them the back. So do you know whose quilt this was?
She had 2 of them, so I didn't take the paperwork off the.
Okay. It's beautifully pieced.
It is beautiful.
All right, let's show the back so they can see the design. All right. So then you can talk about the modern meander.
But if you look at it, it's got a really nice
coverage. Yes.
Density to it, even though it is a larger
Here,
design.
I'm trying to get an angle. There we go, kind of. Yeah.
So it looks kind of dense, even when it's bigger. It doesn't look like.
No, doesn't. To me, it doesn't look big at all. It looks pretty, actually perfect for this wide of a log. It looks like a 1-inch log.
Yes, it looks really nice.
Very
Again,
good.
we got invisible thread on the top and Orifil cotton in the bobbin. So let's show off Joyce's quilt next.
All right, Joyce, your quilt is coming. I promise I will trim it for you.
There we go.
It's a heavy monster. It is.
This is Meet Me in the Garden, you said?
Yeah, Meet Me in the Garden. So this was one of our quilt-alongs that Val did with us. Oh, wow. It's a 104 by 104, and you're not going to be able to, again, see the quilting on it. But this is great for a quilt like this because it's 104 by 104. So to do the modern meander on it is perfect.
Yeah, just to give you guys an idea, a 100 by 100 quilt at 2 cents a square inch is only $200 for the quilting.
Yes, that's
so
nice.
If you add, a king size batting for 60, you're able to get a very large quilt done for a very reasonable price, and it looks really nice. That design looks really, really nice. Hopefully the camera can.
Yes, because this looks very, even though it's a lot of traditional piecing, the colors and the quilting make it, very contemporary too. So it's beautiful. And that's my fabric line.
Yeah, we can do the back here.
That's my fabric line called Garden Gatherings, I believe. And then let's see, let's go. I'll give you a angle. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, so it's a very, very nice quilting design and a very, very attractive price point. So again, that's the 2 cent summer special, we're calling it. And that's the 15-inch modern meander. And as long as you get your quilt in the mail and we receive it by September 1st, you can take advantage of that.
Nice. All right. You want to talk about what you got?
Yeah, so I can keep going here. So I want to talk a little bit about what Bernina released this year at Bernina University.
So when was Bernina University?
So Bernina University ended, was it last week, Wednesday or Tuesday? So it was just recently it ended, and that's the yearly event where they release all of the new models of machines and the new big product announcements and updates and all that stuff for the whole model year. So that's when, you know, they release the 990 and everyone finds out. But so it's very exciting, and Bernina does a great job of building a lot of hype and energy around it. You were at Bernina University.
That was really fun. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like market.
Yeah, they spare like no expense. It really feels like it's essentially they rent out a hotel and all the different ballrooms and stuff for
all have events in it.
Yeah, big events and classes, and it's where they do some business stuff to help people with marketing or social media, whatever. And then also they release the products, and they have tech classes for like Jake. You know, he would go and he would learn, you know, about whatever the new machine or just improve your knowledge of all things Bernina. So it's a lot of fun. And this year they released a few really cool things. So Kaylee's got a couple pictures of here.
Yeah,
so
I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, so I thought you would like them.
Okay.
Yes, I thought you would
Liberty, look at her.
Yeah, right. So that one. So there's is that the 580? That's the 495. I can't see that. Yeah, so they released two models, and it's a conjunction with Liberty Fabrics out of London.
Liberty of London.
Do you know that?
I have that fabric.
Yeah, it's
I just
really
bought it
nice.
when I was in Paris.
Really high end, and it's kind of very similar to the cave stuff that was in the past. But I really like this one. This one's a little bit less whimsical and a little bit more
traditional.
Yeah, and I really like it. So
I actually bought that fabric. Yeah,
there's two new machines. It's a 495 and then a 580, I believe is the new numbers. And essentially it's very similar to what you would know a 475 to be or a 570. So the 570 machine is going to be able to do embroidery, or you can get it just as the sewing only. But it's a 5 series, and it's really pretty. They have a bunch of new, for that one, it's going to come with all the special embroidery designs programmed and decorative stitches that is designed by this.
Does the luggage look like that too?
The luggage is beautiful.
Oh, okay.
The luggage is really, really nice.
Bernina knows how to do luggage.
Yeah. We were looking, Kaylee and I were on the marketing hub, and we couldn't find the pictures of the luggage, but I saw it. I thought I saw it in here, but it's very attractive. Here it is. Yeah. So I'm going to hold this up so you can see, but here, maybe I shouldn't be showing this. Here, I'll just show you this. I don't know what's all in here. So you can see it's that blue color Liberty fabric. It's very, very nice. So, and we're excited because those are two of our best selling models.
So they're like entry level, like they're not. You want to talk prices, or do you not know prices?
Yeah, so they're going to be a little bit more expensive than your standard 475 or 570
because of the detail.
But yeah, and you get a ton of free stuff.
Yeah,
but it's going to be in that range. So if you know what those prices are, I want to say a 475, you're in the mid twos, I think, on sale price. MSRP is around 3,000, 3,200, something like that. But you can get a better deal usually. And then the 570 is that's going to be right around that $5,000. And then you can get it with the embroidery or without the embroidery. So we can't talk too much pricing yet, but just to give you an idea. So
what's coming?
So not necessarily entry level. I mean, everything Bernina is kind of pricey, you know what I mean? But the 475 or 495, as this one is going to be called, is a beautiful travel machine. It's for people that are looking for their first very nice sewing machine and they're saving their money. They want a Bernina, but it's also a great machine for somebody who has a 790, a 990.
And they don't want to bring that.
And they don't want to bring that,
Yeah.
but you're used to the Bernina ecosystem. The bobbins are interchangeable. Some of the feet are interchangeable, not all, because the 990 is, a 9mm machine. But like for the 570, so the 570 or this 580 is how I describe it as a Goldilocks machine. So what this machine is if you can only have one. Okay. So like you can only have one machine, but you want it to do a little bit of an embroidery. Maybe nothing crazy, but you want to make quilt labels.
Or put a name on a towel.
You want to put you want to do some monogramming. Yeah. You want to put a kid's name on an Easter basket. Yeah. That's what the 570 will do, while still being able to be light enough to travel and having a lot of the same features that you're going to find in a 7 series or a 9 series. So that's sort of how I would describe that.
So somebody just asked about what would you suggest for airline travel? So would, with these cases and stuff like that, would you consider that they could put that above their machine or not? Above the machine above or not? Will those fit or not?
Flying is like, ever since COVID, flying has been no fun. I've only done it a couple times. So I don't even know what the rules are these days, Listen, the luggage is amazing. I think you'd probably have to check it and hope that, I don't know how that would all work, to be honest.
I know a lot of people fly with their featherweights.
Yeah. I don't want to tell you that it'll fit because I haven't done it.
Right.
But you definitely, the 4 series would be easier as a carry-on. That would be a carry-on.
Right.
For sure.
I think but I would take care of it myself. I would not let anybody handle it but you.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll fit.
And it would depend on what kind of planes you're on as well.
I
would bring it on the plane and I'd ask the flight attendant to store it for me.
Yeah.
And they'll do that
because
they have
do that
closets.
With like instruments.
Yeah.
Like if you have a guitar and you're they help you with that.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Both of these machines, if you work with the airline, would probably be fairly.
When is the Q-Matic 4.0 going to drop?
We're going to talk about that. No, we're going to talk about that. So that was the other big.
All right.
That'll segue into that. So, if those of you who don't know, the other thing they released, and it's probably what I'm most excited about, obviously, is the new update for the Q-Matic. And what's amazing about Bernina is that they release these updates and they provide it for free to all of the.
So even though you've had a machine for 5 years, they're going to keep giving you updates. You don't have to pay for them.
This is the second time they've done this since we've been doing it. That's
totally legit, right?
These are not. No, I lost my place here, but these are not insignificant updates either. They added a lot of quality of life features. One feature that they added. How about this? The ability to print off the quilting designs.
Oh, nice.
Right? Things like that. We just go, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
So even though, I always told her, we can't do that. There's a million different things.
What do you mean you can't
right?
do that?
But if you really wanted to, or even
I want to see what size it's going to be.
Well, what I'm wondering is if we can use that as an easy way to convert the files to something we can show online.
Yes. Perfect.
So maybe not
on our website.
Yes. So that's what I'm hoping. Yep. But for example, now, and this will be like gibberish to a lot of people, but for the people that I know. I think that was Frank there from the picture. He'll be excited to know, but things like you can do multiple trims now without having to go and do the full, there's a sequence of things you need to do to trim your edge to edge. Now you can do multiple trims
in one shot
at one shot. So things that just really
just made it easier, huh?
Yes. And then also they did for those of you who come to our training class, we specialize in the edge to edge. There's a whole process of selecting a design, repeating the design into a row, and multiplying the row to get the full block of coverage for your edge to edge. Yep. Well, now they have an autofill. Oh. And you can do, and I believe, and I haven't had a chance, Jake is actually updating I just got back from vacation, so I talked to Jake about he's actually getting our machines updated, but I believe the update is out.
Okay.
So for those of you who bought the,
so they just got to go to
don't all call me right now because we're, but we'll be walking you through. We'll be walking you through how to do that. It's kind of a bit of a process, and you can mess it up because you have to update the computer and then you have to update the sew head, and you have to do things in a specific order. I'm not the expert on that. Jake does that. but we'll get that process down. We're doing it ourselves right now. I'm going to play with the new features, and then we'll be reaching out.
Maybe
to
you should do
people.
some videos on all the new features.
Well, the funny thing, I just talked to Sabrina, and I'm like, hey, do you have a video I can show for this live? And they don't have a video, and I'm thinking,
perfect. Yeah,
that's what we should do. So we'll play around with that and see if we can't. And that's just one of a few things.
So
really
and
great.
Bernina is such a good company. Like they keep their parts for 20 years for your machines. Where the standard in the industry is like 5. Right?
So I talked to my friend.
Yeah.
Okay, I talked to my friend. I won't drop any names, but he works for a different company.
Oh, I know.
I
know the friend.
She works for a different company. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But anyways, and I mentioned that about this update, and he's like, they're going to charge for it this time, right? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I can't believe that. Like, because he's like, you guys should be charging $1,500 for it. Because like he's in the business, and he's like, it's an opportunity to
make money. Yeah.
And
hey, do you want the new upgrade or not? You want your
right? And he's like,
everybody would do it.
Everybody. That's exactly what he said. Everybody.
So that just goes to show you how Bernina is.
Yeah, that is really, really nice. And I'm like, you know what though? I kind of like people feel a sense of loyalty.
Yeah, and a sense of I made the right choice.
Yeah. So if you just
they have like a handful of choices of long arms they can buy.
Yeah. So if you just bought a long arm from me, imagine that you spend all this money, you get the training, they release the update, and now it's like, hey, you got $1,500.
Yeah.
So they don't have to worry about it. So that's the other thing. Also, real quick, they also released 2 new sergers, which is awesome. It's the new L6 series. So you got the L890, L860, and now the L8 6 series. I forget the numbers off the top of my head. I just was able to read about them. But essentially, it's the air threading serger without the sort of the interactive touchscreen, which is really nice on the higher end, like the L890, but it drops the price point. So it's very, very nice.
Because some of us don't want to pay that much.
They're
for
very
a serger.
expensive, and sergers are nice, but do you want to pay, $6,000, $7,000, right? So this is going to be really an attractive machine. You get the air threading, but then it's kind of like a classic serger look where it's just very basic. So I think people are really going to be excited. And then one of the 6 series is a cover stitch only.
Okay.
And some people really like that. I actually have the first one sold already. We have a customer who has an L860, and she could have gotten the L890, but she's like, I don't want to have to rethread my serger, because she does a lot of clothing, and she doesn't want, even if she could afford it, she doesn't want to have the high-end machine but have to rethread it. She wants to do this and then do that. And we actually got her a Juki flats cover stitch machine. She's like, it's not like my Bernina. She's like, do you think they'll ever come? I'm like, let me check. I'm like, oh, they just made it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. So,
okay, awesome.
But that's pretty much all I have. Unless is there any questions out there?
Well, going back to what we were talking about,
Travel machines.
So she is wondering what your recommendation is for.
She has a 440 as her travel. When it needs to be replaced, what do you recommend? She also has a 790 plus.
Yeah. So you have a ton of options. Honestly, any 4 series is going to be perfect, because you're going to be able to.
She's got 440, so that's like an older machine,
so
right?
She's got the metal bobbins. She's got the smaller metal bobbins. So this upgrade is gonna feel like an upgrade when you buy, and you can get, around $2,000, you can get a 435, and you'll get that jumbo bobbin that's in your 790 plus. And actually, it's funny. There is an update right now, I believe, coming up that if you want to do a double, I just read there's a promotion coming up where I think it's a 990. If you want to buy a 990, you can get a 990 and a free 480. Trade in both.
My son is a salesman.
Trade in both. Well, I doubt I'll be able to help her, but somebody hopefully. But
just so you know, a 990 is like a small car.
Yeah. It's true. No, but you have a lot of options. A 475, or if you really like that new special edition, that 495 would be really brilliant. If you're a fan of the dual feed and you want that, then you want to go to at least a 5 series. So you'll also it'll be a little bit bigger, not too much. We actually, you're only talking about 4 pounds difference. Okay. It's not off the top of my head, because I just had a lady compare. She's like, I want a travel machine, so I want the 4 or the 5. but is the 5 too big? And we actually weighed them, and really, as far as weight goes, it's only like, it's less than 5 pound difference. And then you get the automatic presser foot, which means you get the dual feed, which is the built-in walking foot for those of you. And then also Bernina just came out with the new walking foot, 9 millimeter width. So you can do a 9 millimeter zigzag. That's the other big one.
Cool.
What else you got?
Well, there's a lady that has a question for you, but she didn't say what.
Ask away. What do you got? Well, they type. We like this to be interactive.
B480.
Can we talk about machines available for rent here? So if somebody didn't want to bring any travel machine and they come on retreat, somebody was asking if we have.
Yeah, we have rentals. So if you are traveling to the gathering, we accommodate you. We have BO8 straight stitch machines readily available. And then we also have a small little fleet of the 435s. And then if you need something more than that, we work with you on an individual basis. On, you know, if you
Like if you don't want to bring your 790
if
Pro.
you need it for some specific reason, we try to accommodate. But we usually don't have those like readily available for rent. I need to talk to somebody about that because those are very expensive machines.
Yep.
So
Okay, good question though.
Question came in. Two of them.
Do I oil when the image comes up or when after every 5 bobbins?
yeah, so there's a lot of people that will tell you different things. Jake recommends that you oil it at the beginning of every day that you start sewing. The thing with the Bernina hook system is that it's a big old hunk of metal, so they do like oil, you know, and especially if you're having some issues, if you can hear that big hook rattling around a little bit more than usual, or you're getting the thread breaks and things like that, then you know it's time to do that. I believe in, like I said, I'm not the tech. This would be a better question.
I base it on how many hours I stitch, not how many bobbins I go through. So.
It's like a trick question.
Yeah.
I don't like this question because it's not a bad question,
No.
but there's so many variables. Like, what are you doing? Are you doing something
Do you
crazy?
sew like pedal to the metal like I do?
Yeah,
Or do you
some
are
people
you just
will
like,
oil the machine every bobbin.
I guess it don't matter. She goes 5 bobbins.
I've heard people will every time in the Bernina, because the bobbin is so big, there's people that will do that. You know, but again, it like kind of depends on what you're doing.
Well, here's what I do. I would oil it how you want, and then when you bring it in for service, ask the technician, hey, did I do a good job of oiling? Could I, because sometimes they'll open it up and there'll be a pot of oil in there, and they'll say, oh, you're oiling too much. Yeah. So that's maybe what I would ask when your machine goes in for service, what that looks like.
So for me, there's all these sort of notifications that come up on the long arms as well. And I am kind of the opposite of that. For me, because I use the machine so much, when it's stitching well and sounds well, I do not stress. I just go. I keep going. And our machines have lasted, like I just checked, we have a long arm over 100 million stitches. It's now like, I think we got that one in 2018 or 2019 before COVID. I trucked it across the country. This thing has been to Madison every year. We've beaten on this thing, and that's kind of how I've run this thing. And it's been, I don't want to give it up. You know what I mean?
Runs
It
good.
just runs. I like it.
Yeah.
And it's got over 100 million stitches. When you use something that much, you should be able to hear when it needs oil. Do you know what I mean? Like you can hear it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
You know?
So. I'll be standing talking to somebody, and I'll be like, honey, you need to oil your machine.
Yeah. You can hear the needle go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So thank you for joining us
Hold
today.
on, there's one more. Don't kick me off yet. Yep. So actually, we are. I saw that one. So we're actually putting together an order here with Bernina for our Bernina University order. We're getting all that finalized, and hopefully we'll have that finalized today. I'm working with Sabrina, our person, and we plan on ordering a few of these because we actually don't have it in stock. No, we sold less, but we're getting them. We're getting them shortly, so we will have them. Anything else, or do you want to kick me out now?
I don't know.
What's going on? Is that it?
Looks like it to me.
All right. Thank you. If anyone has any questions, Kaylee will show you my number.
Uh-oh.
You got it. Oh, I put her on the spot.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
So
Thank
this
you.
is our Bernina number that
Yep.
they will answer any of your Bernina questions, whether it's about
Yep.
service, whether it's about your machine, whether it's buying machine. What else you got?
That's it. That's
Okay.
it.
All right.
See
And
you,
what would
everybody.
Jake say? Clean and
Clean
oil your Bernina. All right. Take care. All right, so we're going to talk about what we have new here at the shop. So I'm going to start off with the quilt behind us. Thank you, David, for piecing this quilt and sending it to us. Isn't it fabulous? So we have a few quilt kits left of it. Did you grab it on me? Oh, right there. Can you grab it? So it comes in this awesome Moda box here. And what's great about this is you can make one quilt or you can make 12 quilts. All right, that's kind of cool, isn't it? So you're making a little mini every time. So 12 different little quilts there. And if you want to know the price on this, they're $239. And that is everything for the top and the binding. You are on your own for the back. So I'm just going to kind of put these things over here as I go through because sometimes I forget some things. Any plans for another collection similar to rustic gatherings? Not in the near future, maybe in 28. But they're starting to fill up those spots. I sent in a bunch of stuff this past week, and I'm waiting to hear back from it. But yeah, super fun. Okay, so I've been waiting to do this for a while, and I wanted to do it in July. But here's a little heads up. So Matt Cox, whose family makes these beautiful soaps that I had to sequester one more just in case now that they're going to go out the door, and I know they're going to sell in a day probably. But he has donated these soaps to us, and we are going to sell them for $10 each, and all $10 is going to go towards our Mission of Honor charity. And I'm going to let you know you can get patchouli, high tide. Oh, that one smells good. I never had that. Lemongrass is my absolute favorite, and then lavender. So there's 4 different scents here that you can get, and it's when they're gone, they're gone. Jess is going to run this on her comment sold, and then if there's anything left, then they will go on our website. But comment sold tomorrow, Jess?
Yeah, mid-morning, mid-afternoon.
All right, so she's going to have those for sale there for our Missions of Honor. And like I said, thank you, Matt, for donating those. They are awesome. And how many bars do you think we kind of have? I see them sitting over there. You remember?
110, I think.
110 bars. Okay.
And Matt is on today.
Yes, leave Joyce's quote me. Thank you. Yep.
Matt is on today.
Matt is on? Hey, Matt, you're awesome. Like I said, I have to pay $10 for one more because I love it so much. Okay, let's talk about, was there another quilt kit? Oh, let's do the other quilt. All right, so we have this one right here, and this one is called Catch Me If You Can, and this is a kit and pattern. And Jess, do you have any more about this one?
It finishes at 80 by 80, and its fabric line is called Gingerbread Lane.
All right, do you have any prices on it? Or
It is $195 kit and pattern.
All right, and 80 by 80.
80 by 80.
Okay. All right, so we have some of those left, or this is pretty brand new to us. So we should be good stocked up on them right now. And this one is called How They Shine?
How They Shine.
How They Shine. And it's the star block. And can you have more information on this one, Jess?
It is using Purrs and Booze fabric line from Elena Amo. And it finishes at 80 by 80 as well. And the price for a kit and pattern is $195 as well.
All right, so here, look at this. So this quilt has no border on it. So let's say you have a king size bed like I do. You add 10-inch borders and you have 100 by 100, okay? And you can always find out what either the background is and order more of that, or you can always put on a Bella solid border as well that matches that print that's in the middle. If you like bigger quilts, as some people do. All right, we'll just put that there as well.
Somebody asked me who designed Gingerbread Lane, and it is Kylie's Quilt Room.
Kylie's Quilt Room? Okay.
She's
She's a moda designer.
She's one of the new designers, yes.
Yeah. Is that her fabric line?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I did not know that. Okay, so as long as we're talking about fabrics, let's show you Purrs and Boo. So this is, we have this in yardage at the store as well. So here are, I'll just go through the prints. So this is cream and this is pink. I don't know about pink in my Halloween, but hey, it must work for some people, right? Okay, and these are just so fun though. Look at these kitty cats. Doesn't have to be so scary if you put it with pink, right? More kitties and more black. Here's some potions here with some skulls and then more kitties on black. There's 26 in the whole line. I'm sure we have some pre-cuts with this. Some ghosties. Whose fabric line is this?
Elena Amo.
Okay.
Amo.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I could have looked on the salvage too. Little floor tile, ghosties, stars. I love stars. More of that diamond print. Oh, I love the multi-stars. Bats and stars. It's kind of two oranges, kind of similar but not. There we go. So that's all 26 there. So if any of those or the whole assortment, we do have those all on our website ready for you to purchase. And remember, we have loyalty points here at Primitive Gathering, so all of your purchases count towards those loyalty points. All right, look at this. I didn't see this yet, but it looks like a panel. It looks like, is this Teresa Kogert?
Yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
Northern Christmas.
Okay. So there's a panel with all those cute friends. And then the fabric line here, I'll show you all of those. These are all on our website, right, Jess?
Yes, they are.
Okay, is there any pre-cuts for any of this stuff?
There's pre-cuts for the Northern Christmas. There's 5-inch charms and fat quarter bundles.
Is that what this line is called? Northern?
Yep.
Okay. So you got the cute snowman here in green as well. And then we have little mices on here. Eek. That's a first for me. And then, oh, look at how this works nicely. What are you looking for, hon?
It's right here.
Oh, your phone. Okay. Here is a beautiful holly and berries and stars in all 3 colorways. And Teresa designs for
Riley Blake.
Riley Blake. Okay. I was going to look to see what fabric line. And then we have 3 more in this print. Got some bears and snowman and reindeer on this one. And then some circles and stars. And then some small stripy stars. It's got a little model in that fabric as well. So it looks kind of primitive. And then we have, can never have enough of the old buffalo plaid going on. Sweet. And again, the panel is in there as well. I'll put that over here. Okay, next fabric line. We got lots of fabric in, everybody. It's been about 2 weeks. Oh, and Heidi, I just thought of something. Did we pick winners for last month's Echoes? And okay, did I announce it or did you announce it?
I didn't do a live.
Yeah, I don't.
We did. I mean, we did.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I did do one.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure we didn't forget. Okay. All right. So this one here is called True Love by Lala Boutique. And this is kind of a bird and vine print here in all these colors. And then we have some words in 4 colors. I love cutting up this stuff for backgrounds. Sweet. And then a nice little floral vine, kind of that small calico looking flower. Ooh, 5 of them on this one. So there's how all 5 of those come. Green, green, cream, blue, light blue backgrounds. Ooh, this is fun. Kind of like a quilt pattern as a print. Love that. And then a big border print. I'm sure there's more of those somewhere. And then another small flower in 3 colorways. There we go. All right, big floral print here in all the colors. Oh, we gotta love a dot. Polka dots, we love polka dots. So there's 3. And then another 3. So we have 6 polka dots. All right, good job. Do we have any plans for this fabric line, Jess?
We have 2 kits coming up.
Okay, so we'll be showing you those probably shortly. And there are 31 SKUs in that fabric line, in case you are wondering. All right, and then Jess said, this is the last chance on live. We're going to talk about getting your Christmas box. She said we have under 30 spots left for the cotton and under 50 for the wool. We have more spots in the wool. All right, so this is a one-time box that you purchase, and it's at a discount, and they are exclusive projects in there that nobody else can get for a while. All right, that you will have way in advance of anybody else. And then look at this. So we have a new thread box of Valdani's, and these are the S series. And the S means that, I think it means this anyways, if I remember correctly, is that it has short variegation, meaning like the variegation isn't like really long, it's much shorter than the normal variegation in some of the variegated projects. So you have 2 browns, kind of a goldy brown, kind of a tealy blue, kind of, medium blue in there, and then my favorite red, 0775 colorish. And then I have a beautiful orange here. 2 greens, one is yellow, one has got a blue hue to it, one has a yellow hue. And then we have a nice gray and a nice black and a nice gray. And the black is kind of variegated with a little bit of gray in there. And then we have 2 lights. One is more warm and one is more cool there as well. So these have a much shorter variegation, and that's what that means there. So those are also, do we have just 12 weights or do we have all 3?
We only have the 12 weights right now, but we do have an 8-weight collection coming and a 5-weight collection. But the way in which our Valdani is coming in is that the 2 boxes we got in were all 12. So I assume all the boxes have the same weights in them.
Okay, gotcha. That makes total sense. All right. So did we place our mug order already, or do they have one more chance?
We did place our mug order. There still are up for a pre-order.
Okay. So until these are our 2026 mugs. So Jessica has placed our order. So there are a limited amount to get the extra $5 off. So you have to get on that pre-order, because that'll come down pretty soon. All right. So there's the 2 choices that you have. And then I want to thank everybody for ordering our keychains. These, I can't remember the right numbers, but Jess will tell me. How much are these?
I don't know.
A lot of it goes to our missions of honor is what these are. These are keychains with perfect union on them. And I can't remember all the names. The Eagle panel sold out right away, but we have those all back in stock now. And the blue quilt with the stars, and then that really, I know you can't see it in this picture, but very cool quilt there.
They are $6.50 a piece, and $4 of every keychain goes toward Missions of Honor.
So they're not a lot of money, and most of it goes to the Missions of Honor. So we got a really good deal on those to make sure we raise some money for the Missions of Honor. Okay, so I do want to talk a little bit about the wool box. We're getting ready to put our wool box out there. And one of the things that I want to clear up as much as I can, because some people think they need borders for it. And I'm just going to go over what you all need. Were you going to say something, Jess, before I talked?
No, I can say it after.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm going to show you the quilt as I have it right now. So I have the center all done. And I'm showing you the sashing fabric here. So I have this sashing fabric available for those of you who have used the cross weave or the Bella gray that we sold to you. All right, that's what this sashing will go with your blocks. If you went rogue and did your own, you're on your own for your sashing, or if this will work on yours, it's one of my urban, was this an itty bitty? What was this?
That was an itty bitty.
It was an itty bitty. Okay. So we ordered a bunch of this for this. So you're going to need 1.25 yards of it. And we have it up on our website for you to order. This is for Serenity. Okay. So, okay, now I'm just going to talk a little bit about the borders quick. So in the first border, you are going to get it in July. But you're going to get all 4 borders. And I'm just going to quickly show you how that looks. So on all 4 of your borders, you are going to do this much. You're going to do the vine, and then you're going to do the leaves, the light gray leaves, and then the dark gray leaves. You're going to do that on all 4 borders. That's what you're going to get in July. And then in September, you're going to get the blues. So then you're going to take all 4 of your borders and you're going to add all of the blues. Okay. So I have these 2 done completely, and I wanted to make sure they're all photographed as is. And then I have the last 2 borders are exactly the same. So then once you get the last box in November, see, I'm not done stitching this one. This one I'm dragging around all the baseball games and all the meetings I go to. This one, then you get all the golds to add to it. So that's how the last 3 boxes are going to go for Serenity. And the sashing fabric is for the sashing and the binding if you order the 1.25 yards. You want to show it close up? All right, so here it is close up. Just hold it right up to the camera and shield. All right, so this is what it looks like. It's kind of a cream with a gray print to it, and that is what I used. Now I left my center out because here's the thing. You can put your quilt top together, but you're not going to get this blue flower until September right here. So I would just hold off putting all of these on until you get this blue flower. But if you want, you can put those leaves on without the flower, but I want to just go in there and stitch, 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 because you're holding on to this, right, as you put those in. So I just want you to know that it's perfectly okay to put your quilt together and not do those flowers until you get the blue. Even though you have the leaves, set those aside, and I would wait till I got the blue. Okay? So I hope that clears some things up about the Serenity and how we're finishing it. We have included all the borders in this one for you. There is going to be no finishing kit. You just need to get binding and sashing and backing, all right? But the sashing is available. It is all up on our website now. We will put it in the letter that you're going to get with your box, but make sure you don't wait. Order it so you get it, so you're not disappointed that you forgot about it and didn't order it, and then you have to find something that works for you. All right. And I love this small because it's subtle enough. It's perfect match, and it works with everything. So it works perfect for the light gray backgrounds if you have those. And I know some of you did your own backgrounds, but you all have to decide what you're going to use for those. But I know you can do it. If you can pick your background yourself, you can pick your sashing yourself.
Those blocks, they're wondering if they're on point.
What?
Are those blocks on point?
No, they are not on point. They're set straight. Okay. And you will see that. So when you get your pattern, you're going to get one border pattern. All right. And it has the ends on it, but you're going to use it for your sides and you're going to use it for your top and bottom border. So I showed you 2 sides in progress. And then my last 2 with all the yellows on are the tops and bottom. Okay. And you're going to use that same pattern for everything. And I think it's going to go sweet. Right? But no, Serenity is not on point. It is a straight set. You do have some decisions on how you want your blocks to lay, though. I'll show you this again one more time. Because some people say, like, oh, your blocks are going in different directions. All right, so where is my top? I think this is my top. I could be wrong, though. Don't hold it to me here. All right, so do you see how I did these coming out? So see on the bottom, they're all kind of standing straight up. I didn't turn them so they're all like going out. I turned them so the bouquet is on the bottom, if that makes sense. Right? But you can do it however you want as well. All right. So I'm having fun stitching this at home right now, and I really would love to get it done this month and be on the way to the quilter. So by the time November comes around, I'll have it all quilted and everything for you to put into that last box. All right, so I don't think I have anything else to share with you today. Does anybody have any questions on anything?
I have something.
All right, Jess, you can talk.
So we actually touched base on this on comment. So the Joyful Gatherings is on its way to us. And we know that there are several shops out there that already have the Joyful Gatherings. And we kind of explained that a lot of the shops only order maybe 1 set of fabrics or 2 sets. So those are usually the ones that go out first. If they're anything like us, if you only order one thing, that's the thing that goes out super fast because we can get that out. When you order those mass quantities, which is what we do, we get an actual truck that has to actually travel from Texas to us. So it is a freight delivery. It is not UPS that brings it or FedEx. We actually have a freight truck that brings us all of that fabric. So sometimes it does take a little bit while longer for us to get it due to the mass quantities that we normally do. We're trying to get that to change just a little bit, but that is the reason why we have that hiccup sometimes. And also we live in Wisconsin. We're not a Texas store or somewhere closer as well. So we are hoping that by the end of next week, we will have it here for us to start shipping out your orders and start kitting up all the quilts. So please, if you ordered a quilt kit with us, please be aware that it will take a little bit longer because we do have to kit up all 12 of the kits that are all 12 of the quilts that are in that book, and we ship them out as we get them done. Right.
So we have a semi coming and not a UPS box. And then we talked a little bit about that. We're like, okay, we gotta make sure we get some of it because guess what? Naughty and Nice that I am teaching has some Joyful Gatherings fabrics in there, and we're waiting. Okay, but we should be okay. We got enough that we can work on until it comes. So we're not worried about that. We'll just have to rearrange how we do the retreat, but we know it's coming and it's on its way, so we're not gonna worry about that. All right, so great.
One more thing.
Yes.
The sashing is not up yet.
Okay.
So just be patient. It will get up.
All right. Put it on your to-do list. Order sashing. All right. I thought Amy said it was up.
She is making it go up.
All right. So it probably should be up by the end of the day. All right. Keep asking, right? Because Jess and I are meeting. We'll tell you all the dates it's coming. It's coming very soon.
They don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Osei Can You Sew 3, our next quilt along is going to start. As soon as we get that up there, we have preparing for it right now. The quilt is all done. The binding is on. It's ready to go, and so are we. So it's just a matter of probably, I would say, if I would guess. What do you think, Jess?
Well, I'm trying to get an update from Sarah as to how she's doing on the clues. So as soon as I get it, I would say within the next week or two. It'll
Yeah,
start.
in the next week or two. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Probably not the end of this week, but all right.
We're waiting on the final.
We're waiting on the final. Yeah. Okay. But we're happy you're excited about it because it is a really cool quilt. All right. So I have picked winners for this live, and we can all be on our merry way and get back to stitching or whatever we're doing, or if you're stitching along with. I wish I could do that and talk at the same time, but I can't. All right. So our winners today are Free Spirit 922. Carrie Lacey, 981, and Jay Wimmer, 8579. You are our winners. Please contact Heidi with your physical address at the email address scrolling across the machine right now, or your phone, and she will get those out in the mail for you. All right, that's all I have for you today. Join us here next week where every stitch tells a story at Primitive Gatherings. Bye now.